Hi and welcome. Today I'm going to share my illustration for how it feels when a trigger occurs. So, in the image, there is a pot of gold behind a brick wall, or even just stone wall, we can say. And behind this wall is also a lady who is dancing. Her eyes are closed and she is really in her element, in the moment, dancing. And as you can see at the entrance, the guard has fallen asleep. So there's no one guarding that sacred space. Therefore, when an attack comes, there is no one to block it. And therefore, that bomb, like the trigger, it enters the heart successfully. And on the other side, there is a warner. There is someone who comes along who can see the attack from a distance and tries to run as fast as he can to stop it. But he's not aware that there is a hole right along his pathway, and there's a caution cone, but he cannot see it because he's so focused on trying to stop the attack from happening. Therefore, he's unsuccessful because eventually he falls in that hole and the attack is successful. This is how it feels when you're able to be conscious and you can observe yourself feeling a trigger. This is the beginning stages of self-awareness. The warner that you see in the image that is running, that is the observer. But there are holes along his path because there is still healing work that needs to be done. When you heal any past pains, traumas, things that you've experienced throughout your journey, then you are able to ward off the trigger a lot easier. Even if you notice it, you can stop it from entering your heart. And, that's how we can avoid holding on to grudges and harboring anger and things like that. So this also reminds me of Surah An-Nas of the Holy Quran, where it mentions seeking refuge with God from the whispers of the shaitan being in the chest, which is just outside of the heart. Those whispers, they oftentimes can sound like hurtful or even revengeful thoughts, for example, that may come to your mind trying to convince you to harm your fellow brother, sister, or even a stranger. So we can either allow it to enter our heart or shoo it away. So we must remain on guard. Bismillah. There is a verse in Quran that is one of my favorites, that is part of a dua that we say, and it is actually from Surah Imran, chapter 3, and it's the last 10 verses. And that last verse in particular, verse 200, is my favorite because it tells us to guard our weak spaces. You know, we have to stay on guard in order to prevent the enemy from attacking. And it says exactly, O believers, patiently endure, persevere, stand on guard, and be mindful of Allah so you may be successful. Alhamdulillah. So, this illustration shows what it's like when you forget, right? The Quran is a book of reminding. And so, a lot of times when we go through our daily lives, it's easy to get lost in daily interactions and we forget to be on guard. Keep our guard up around our weak areas, which is, we can say is like a trigger. Our triggers, things that disturb our peace. So it's good for us to be mindful of what those are and begin to eliminate them. So when you notice that you're triggered, right, we have to do the healing work to get better. So again, I just wanted to share this illustration to maybe give a visual to what you may also be able to resonate with when you are experiencing an emotional attack, and how it can really take that peace away simply because your guard fell asleep. Okay, I hope you enjoyed. I'll share more next time.